Hi, my name is Murray, and this video is coming from extremecomputer.com, and I'm going to show you a little bit about the FunWebProducts and the MyWebSearch. Some people have been installing it by accident or having their kids install it by accident, and now they're having difficulty removing it. And I'm going to show you a couple of little things that might help you out in this case. First off, I'm logged in as Billy. Billy's going to simulate that click happy kid that knows all about a mouse, but after that pretty much nothing. And I'm going to go right to the software vendor, the main website, and all these little programs that they have are really designed just to get you in there. You know, you want free smileys and sent to all your friends, and I'm sure many of you have seen these on the bottom of emails. Yahoo had them, all kinds of things. Alright, so Billy's on a standard user account without the option for elevating privileges. And Billy also has MalwareBytes and AVG, which is now disabled because I did that on the other side, but I'm going to show you why it's disabled. Okay, to show you the elevated permissions problem, this application now is downloaded, but it's not going to run. Billy doesn't have the permissions to run any application on this particular computer, okay, because it was set up so that it's a standard user and there's no way to elevate. So no guessing, you know, dad's or mom's password or big brother's password, right? That's just going to make it so it's just going to download it, and it'll be in the temporary internet files. Okay, so we can see from the temporary internet files that that the Smiley application has been downloaded. Let's see if we could launch it from here. And it's really not working out in our favor. Yes, Billy just does not have the privileges to do that. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to the side of the machine that does have privileges to do it, and let's take a look at that. Okay, now we're on the side of the computer that has administrative privileges. The elevated user account control is turned off, and also AVG, our antivirus, our active scan antivirus, is turned off. So we're going to click on the same thing, and this would be like Billy working on your computer that has administrative privileges. Okay, now we got past it. Now we could install it. And this is actually installing the smileys here. Okay, and just keep clicking, yellow, yellow, yellow. All the buttons look good. And we're just going to say OK on this one. And there we have it. Now we could do Smiley Central, you know, get all kinds of stuff downloading in our system. And do the screensaver background, change all kinds of the colors. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So we're just having a ball installing stuff left and right, getting everything that we need from the internet. But what we've done is we've just installed Adware, and you can see from one computer to the next that on Billy's side we're not able to do this because the permissions aren't there. So this computer is actually safer than the side that we have full administrative privileges. So let me switch back real quick. Alright, now that I've installed it, and I know this is Adware, and as soon as I turn on AVG, it's going to start detecting Adware. MalwareBytes will detect it as soon as I run that scan. But let's use their process. What they say is going to remove this application. And let me point out where there are a couple of locations to take a look at real quick. In your program files, you're going to find the FunWebProducts. And it'll have a few of their dynamic link libraries ready to roll when you're least expecting it, most likely, and the MyWebSearch Toolbar. And this is everything that it's gotten installed on the system. So let's go real quick, and we're under administrative rights on this side of the computer. Let's go and remove this program. Okay, it's going to want us to reboot the computer, and we'll go ahead and do that in a moment, but I'm going to show you what it actually removed. Was only the additional products that we actually put in there, but all the install from both are still, sorry, wrong file folder, are still on the computer. Even rebooting, even in the registry, it's only going to attempt to remove one of these file folders, and it doesn't do anything. So we'll have to manually remove these once we reboot. But before we reboot, because this is Adware, I'm going to do a quick run with HiJackThis. Okay, it only came up with 2. We've already changed the home page in Internet Explorer, and now it's going to run it once to be uninstalled, to uninstall the toolbar. That's the only 2 registry entries after the removal of the program. Before it, there were several registry entries that it made. So it's making no attempt to remove the file folders at this point. All right, so I'm going to leave that intact. Okay, during the reboot, this is one of the errors that you might see. Not to worry about it. The program is seriously flawed when it comes to removing itself from your computer. And it's either A, flawed, or they intentionally didn't do it. So giving them the benefit of the doubt, it's just heavily flawed. Just seems to be that it's been flawed for many years. All right, the only thing now that is coming up in changes to the registry are still the start page for Internet Explorer, which is not a big deal right now. Okay, here's the results from MalwareBytes, and I had to disable AVG. It typically finds about 30, maybe 28 to 30 entries. And one of the nice things about this application is you could jump right to the registry if you wanted to take a look at one of the entries in the registry itself by using the jump to location. It's pretty interesting. Then you could just find the highlighted field and you'll see what's in that registry entry. Okay, but you can see here also that it found the uninstall folder still intact, or the uninstall reference, and then the registry keys referencing the file folder locations, and then the file locations themselves. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and select all, and I'm going to have it remove all these items. Now, if I was working remotely on your computer, I would have, obviously we work interactively. We don't work unattended. That's not how it works. And there's no automatic reconnect after you reboot, no automatic login. Those applications that do that, typically we don't trust them in the business environment, and that means so we won't trust them on any computer. You might have your favorites out there, but as a technician, when I have other technicians want to remote into one of my systems, it's either PC Helpware or Bangor, and that's it. Everything else is off limits. But I also have other ways, simple stuff like VPNs and networks that are designed for remote access. Alrighty, we've removed everything. I'm going to run a quick HiJackThis. It should only show the search engine homepage, or the home page I should say, on this start page, home page. Okay, so that's still showing there, and we could change that by the registry, or we could just change it when we open up Internet Explorer. So basically, this is how you would remove that Adware application from your system and just verify that it's gone. FunWebProducts, sorry, and then MyWebSearch. So it's no longer in the program files. And MalwareBytes took it out, which was really convenient that they had all the class IDs all squared away there. It makes it a lot faster than doing it manually, but you could also edit your registry to make it perfectly safe. Even if you skipped over a lot of the class IDs, you could still remove most all of it. And then after you're done, make sure you run it with your antivirus program that you're going to replace the current one that you're using, because obviously if you've had this virus, or sorry, this adware installed on your computer, it's clear that your antivirus application didn't find it or didn't block it before it installed itself. So my recommendation is whatever you're currently using, go ahead and uninstall it. Download AVG free version if you want something for free, or if you're running a Windows system, you could go and get the Microsoft Security Essentials, and I'm sure there's other free software out there for antivirus, but the key is whatever you're using did not work for this very old, very simple issue. So if you are using AVG now, go ahead and run a full system scan. Might as well, because you might have other things inside your computer. And go set it up. Read the article on how to set up the advanced settings for AVG on the website here. Go search advanced AVG and you'll find the page, and it'll step by step. Pretty much everything is enabled on my systems. Okay, I hope you learned a little bit. You know that privileges, by lowering them, keeps you safer, even without a good antivirus program or without any antivirus program. That would have stopped this particular application from installing. Not stop it from downloading, but stop it from executing itself. That next video is going to show you how some DLLs are executed based on some security researchers out there. Their information is really interesting to see this, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to block those using a good firewall, and that doesn't include your Windows firewall, except for Windows 7 and above. Windows 2008, Windows 8 I haven't checked on yet. Alrighty, you have a good evening or a good morning, whichever the case may be. It's a coder's night, and I'll see you in the next video.